Catch your breath. All right. Thank you for joining us today for the gpac post-game press conference. We have head coach Emilee Thiesse and student athlete Natalie Bremer from Minnesota State University Mankato. The Mavericks are advancing to the semifinals in the 2023 NSIC basketball tournament after their quarterfinal win over the University of UMary Marauders. We'll start off with an opening statement from head coach Emilee Thiesse and then open it up for any questions. Coach?
Really proud of our effort tonight. I thought that first half maybe didn't exactly go our way in terms of maybe some of the offensive flow. We were giving up a lot of offensive rebounds, to Mary. And, despite some of those things, I thought our team really stayed the course. They continued to work really hard. Huge credit to Mary. The last time we played them at home, I think we forced them into a program high of 44 or 45 turnovers. Tonight they did a great job handling our pressure. 15 turnovers might be a season low for us on that front, but I thought our team, again, just continued to stay the course and work despite not just maybe getting the steals that we typically do. And great decision making and team basketball there too. We only had 4 turnovers for the game. When you play pretty up tempo and do a lot of those kind of things, sometimes turnovers are a result of that. But I just thought we did a really good job of handling the basketball.
Coach, you seem a little disappointed in your defensive performance today, but I mean, just looking at the numbers, 24 points off turnovers, 44 points in the paint, 22 fast break points. I mean, anyone watching that maybe has never watched you before is probably going to be very impressed by what you were able to do. So, I mean, you sound kind of disappointed. I mean, is this what more is there to come from your team? I mean, if this is kind of a down performance defensively that you put on today.
Yeah, boy, I hope I didn't sound that way because I really am not disappointed at all. I thought our effort was great. I thought, we stayed the course, and sometimes our team can feel disappointed because we're used to creating so many steals that can kind of get us going offensively, and I think that's what I'm so proud of is that we did continue to grind on the defensive end, even when it didn't result in the turnovers and the steals that we usually get. We had to work for it. We found that extra effort to grind, and then when we started rebounding, then we kind of settled in a little bit more offensively. So I apologize. I hope I didn't sound disappointed. I really wasn't at all. I just think usually we see the turnovers and the steals, and we didn't see that. So again, huge credit to Mary for that. They made an outstanding adjustment to handle that pressure, this time around.
I mean, I think, for all that pressure, they seemed uncomfortable for most of the game, but they were able to stay in it for, 3.5 quarters until you guys were able to pull away at the end. Was there any particular adjustment in that fourth quarter that, it was really tight? They kind of made a run there, cut it to about, I think, 6 points. They started hitting a couple threes. Was there any sort of last-minute adjustment that you made to really, open the game up and really extend that lead at the end?
Yeah, I think we had talked about, they were really trying to go inside on us, inside on post touches and on penetration, and they were really, having some success in that, and I think it kind of caused us to maybe get a little more hugged up to our players, and so we really had to kind of talk about the idea of hey, we got to get back to our gaps and find spacing, but then we lost a couple shooters, and they got kind of hot there, and, we went one possession of our 1-3-1 zone. And I think that just kind of took them a little bit out of their flow. It slowed them down from getting to the rim there, and it kind of helped us fan out on the shooters. And then after we kind of got that little mix-up on our defenses to kind of get them off kilter a little bit, then we could come back to our man defense.
Natalie, 30 ball. I mean, it's not easy to do, especially in the college game. You only got 40 minutes, so you score 30 points. You're only a freshman. I mean, any difference of approach tonight? I mean, what was working for you out there? I mean, to be able to turn in the performance you did.
Yeah, honestly, just getting to the rim was honestly the big turnaround for me, and my teammates putting me in great positions to do that, and that was kind of just what led to the whole game, was just them opening up shots for me and creating.
How much easier is it to play not only defense but offense with the Defensive Player of the Year, Joey Blatt, on your team? I mean, just the amount of pressures that she creates. Obviously, your whole team, you guys play such an up-tempo on defense. But, I mean, just having a player like her, how much easier is it to play not just defense but offense, turning those steals into points with a player like her on your team?
Yeah, playing with Joey is really fun, honestly. She creates a lot of havoc and a lot of turnovers, and it's just really easy to play off of her when she does those types of things.
Mm-hmm. Is this kind of what you envision, in terms of, I mean, this goes for either of you. I mean, just, having this defensive style, is this what you envision coming into the year? And now to see it really, really highlighted here in postseason play. It's a day-to-day thing, these tournaments. But, I mean, the way you guys played today, I mean, that was really impressive defensively. And then obviously to play the game you did. Is this what you envisioned when you went into this season?
Yeah, honestly, it kind of is. But like we said, we might be a little disappointed, honestly, with our defense because we know we can do more and we always want to do more. But, yeah, honestly, our defense just leading to our offense is just such a big part of our game, and we always want to strive to do more.
So, Coach, I mean, after those 3.5 quarters where they were able to kind of keep it close, and it felt like you guys had the upper hand, but really couldn't pull away score-wise. So, you finally pull off, double-digit win. I'm sure you guys are feeling great, but what do you go back and say in the locker room to the team to just kind of, encourage them to celebrate this win? But, like I've been asking all the coaches this, it's a tournament-style thing, so you got to take it day by day. You don't know who you're going to play until later in that day. So what do you say to kind of keep the girls grounded and remind them that, today's nice, but we still got to keep playing for another tomorrow the next time?
Honestly, right now, we're just excited as all get out. I think sometimes our team has this expectation that we think we should win by 30 in every game. And I think we had to remind ourselves about maybe 2 or so weeks left in the regular season that it's a 40-minute game for a reason. And dang, this league is so tough. And you got to know everybody, especially right now, they're fighting for every opportunity to play. And so, I'm excited about this one. I feel great about it. I don't look at it and think that we need to be, disappointed in any way. I think, again, it's great basketball teams, and we're hungry, and we're excited, and we're going to keep building off our depth, and we're going to keep, playing our tempo and kind of what we do as we keep moving forward. So, man, our focus has been joy in the journey, and, just trying to play with that happiness and that style and that energy out there. And I guess that's really, I'm excited we get another day off to kind of recharge our batteries and get juiced up. But it's one step at a time, and we just want to keep playing hungry and happy.
All right, last one for either one of you guys. I mean, just speaking to the atmosphere, I mean, just being here all day, me personally, it's been really awesome to see. Just if you could just describe what it's like to play in that atmosphere. I mean, last game of the day, people still in the stands, still being loud for you guys. I mean, any comment on just what it's like being in that atmosphere, during postseason play?
Yeah, honestly, it's just a really great atmosphere to play in. And honestly, it just makes the energy even better when you're on there. And on the bench, our energy was really nice, and just hyping each other up and honestly just having fun.
Yeah, no question. This tournament atmosphere is like no other experience that you can create, and it's fun to be out there on the court. It's fun to have a great fan base in Sioux Falls, and with these teams, showing up, and this is what it's about. This is what the grind of the season is for, to get to this point, and just trying to, again, keep that joy and that energy going.
Coach, you mentioned your depth and everything too, but just talk about your bench. I mean, 41 points off the bench. Obviously, Natalie had 30 of them, but how big is having depth on your bench, especially at this time of year?
No question. It's really who we are. We wouldn't be able to play the style that we do if we didn't have that as a component. And, we say all the time, every player that comes off the bench for us is a spark and has an opportunity. We call it loaded weapons. We don't just play depth to play bodies. That's not really what we do. We have an expectation that every player that gets a chance to get out on that floor is going to bring us a spark defensively and rebounding, and the offense is going to come, and we have the utmost confidence, in every single player on our team. You could throw about any specific lineup out there, and we just feel like we've got a great punch.
Last question here, Natalie, since for you, being a freshman at the tournament, making the tournament, obviously getting past the quarterfinal rounds, heading to the semifinals, what has this experience been like so far, and what do you kind of take from this to obviously kind of build upon that as well too in your years to come?
The experience has been just awesome, honestly. Just being with my teammates is the best part. Just living in this postseason grind, and just knowing that we started 6 months ago, and right now is just our time that we worked for, and we worked all season, and this is where we want to be.
Awesome. Coach, Natalie, thank you for your time. Appreciate you giving us some time here for the GPAC post-game interviews. Good luck in the semifinals.
Thank you so much.